Google announces updates to its video generation model and image generation model with new versions of VO2 and Imagen 3. They say it's achieved state-of-the-art results compared to leading models. And I'm going to show you these generative AI models along with a fun tool that allows you to prompt with images combining them. So VO2 has released a couple examples, and these videos have been generated by the video generation model without any modifications done to it. We take a look at this scientist right here, and you can see the level of detail and the texture in this video. This video is about 8 seconds long. Then we can go to some of the other videos that have been created with other animation styles. The last video they have is with his breakfast food. The pancakes and the bacon do look a bit plastic to me, but this video of what looks to be coffee being poured in this cup looks pretty awesome. I mean, the physics look great, the bubbles, how it fills up the cup, it looks really good. To access VO2, navigate to labs.google/experiments, and you'll see this experiments page with all the tools that they have available. Use the filter at the top here, click on create, and you'll see the ImageFX panel where you can add yourself to the waitlist. But we'll go to this panel for ImageFX, where you can use the Imagen 3 image generation model. This is what the screen looks like. Here you'll input your prompt. You can choose these different settings and configure these settings down here, choosing a different aspect ratio with these different options. The prompt that we are going to supply is create a photorealistic image of a full-grown male lion in a uniform similar to an NFL team with football pads underneath the jersey, jumping to catch a football thrown to it in the end zone of a packed stadium. There are some issues with the field, with the markings, the paint on the field, but the colors of the stadium, the colors of the fans, what they're wearing, their apparel, does match the uniform of the lion. So for the field, as far as the field goes, this one probably looks the best. But as far as the physique of a lion, I would expect it to look something more like a linebacker. So this one looks the best. Now let's see if we can generate something else. Refine our prompt with this. So we're asking to add defenders and ensure that the background is out of focus. And these look amazing. I would say this one in the top left corner and the bottom right corner here probably look the best, the most realistic, because it has two teams. You can tell there are two distinct teams with players that appear to be in normal positions. Actually, this bottom right one looks to be the best because the uniform of the lion matches that of his teammates. Now we're going to try this prompt to make it look more like a lion as much as possible without any cleats, and to try to show the size comparison to other players. I've been watching documentaries and videos on lions and pride dynamics, so that's where all this inspiration comes from. I would say the image in the top right corner looks the best. It is missing the defenders, the opposing team, and the jersey does look a bit different than the other players here, but the paws do look like the paws of a lion as opposed to human hands. Speaking of hands, it looks like all the human hands have 5 fingers, but some of them don't look as proportional to the size of these players. So we're going to move on and try to create an image of a cityscape from the vantage point of a high-rise condo in Atlanta, Georgia. Some of these images probably have too much green, too many trees for downtown Atlanta, unless you all can think of a location with that many trees, but I would say these three look pretty good here. I like these three. Now we're going to go to a new tool called Whisk. You can access this from the main Google Labs experiment page. I would expect it to be under Create, but instead it's under All. You can see the panel here and just click on Try Now. One of the hidden benefits of Whisk is it trains you to prompt with a lot of detail so you can get closer to what you want with fewer prompts. So we're going to start from scratch, and you'll start over here with the subject. You can upload an image or enter your text, and we'll just enter the prompt for an adult male lion. Click on generate. That's a simple prompt, but we'll see the details that it gives us in the prompt that it actually works with to generate the image. For the scene, we'll say a sideline view of a packed football stadium. Sideline field level. Allow that to generate, and then we'll take a look at our line. So you can download the image, you can trash it, but you can also click on this icon to take a look at the prompt. I'm not sure about the ears, but the rest of it looks pretty awesome. You can see there are some minor scars on its nose here. So we're going to take a look at the prompt. You can see all the details that it's added for the mane, for its eyes. And we're going to add this here. An adult male lion. And generate an image from this prompt. So you can see it's working on 2 new images, and you can choose which one you want. I like the second image a lot because it looks like the football is coming in as a spiral, and the paws of the lions are realistic. They look great, but it looks like the lion has to react fast because the ball is right there. I also love the concentration from the lion. The lion's eyes are fixated on the ball. So that's the one we're going to choose. And then we'll take a look at our scene. There are a few issues with this image. There are a couple of personnel from the opposing team on the sideline of this red team. The field goal looks a bit misaligned, not centered, a bit to the left from our vantage point. I changed a couple details because the uniforms that have both red jerseys and pants remind me of a college team. This looks more professional, except the stadium is half empty, so it looks like the team is not a very good one. But this is the image that we'll go with. This is the one we'll choose. And you can add a style, but we're just going to go ahead down to the bottom of the screen here and click on generate to combine the images. That's not bad. The stadium looks like it's 85 to 95% full. The line is in this great action shot. You can refine the image, or you can change the prompt by clicking on that icon for the image here, or you can change the details down here at the bottom in this input field. Let me show you an image I created with the help of this tool from a basic prompt that produced an adult male lion. So you can see the progression here until we eventually arrived at this image, which I really like. The lion is concentrating on the football, which appears to have been tipped, and it's preparing to make a play on it. The jersey, it looks like a practice jersey that has been worn quite a bit, or the lion has been very active on the field, so it's a bit torn. The numbers are a bit worn here. Now I'm trying to blend two artistic styles into one. Starting from this image with a simple prompt where I began saying I wanted a full-grown adult male lion. And then I went to this image where I tried to insert a detail that I wanted an origami male lion. It gave me images similar to the first one. So for the second prompt here, I added details in this field below for the origami male lion. And this is what it gave me. This is what I wanted. So that looks good. And then for the scene, I'm going to use this prompt, a photorealistic image of an African wildlife landscape with no animals. The image looks pretty good, but it's given us a giraffe-zebra hybrid. I don't know what's going on out here, but we're going to use that image and then combine the images. Interestingly, it gives us two images where previously I only saw it return one image. But this is pretty much what I'm looking for, a blend of two different styles, origami style and a photorealistic background. This looks like something that belongs in Lion King with these other animals so close in the background. A great feature of Whisk from Google Labs experiment is that it'll take a simple, generic, even vague prompt, add more details to it for its own prompt to provide something that you're looking for, and you can refine this prompt, add or remove details to it in order to produce something closely aligned with what you're looking for. If you already have access to VO2, let us know in the comments what you think about it. If you found this useful, like the video and leave a comment. If you want more content on AI, workflow automation, and analytics, subscribe to the channel.